Hello, everybody. This is Dee from Dee's Cute and Crafty, and I am back with my I Love Christmas series. This is video number 12. I have some quick, easy, and gorgeous decor pieces for you today. I will be doing three of them, and it's all about the Christmas tree. You guys, I'm always excited to show you what I got, so let's jump in. I have this scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby. I've got this Merry Christmas wooden banner from Dollar Tree, along with these wooden stars from Dollar Tree as well. A couple pieces of scrap ribbon and some more ribbon. I think that ribbon on the spool came from Hobby Lobby. And then I have two wooden cubes from Dollar Tree. I have this little candlestick holder that came from Hobby Lobby, and I just pulled it from my stash. I'll be using some glue sticks. I have the apple barrel in bright red and matte white, and some wood glue from Dollar Tree. And my paint came from Walmart. And then I have this Dollar Tree sign that says dreaming on it, and it looked like Christmas trees to me. So that's exactly what we're going to do with it. And I'm just going to peel it apart. That metal is too flimsy to save, so I didn't worry about it. Just going to go ahead and clean everything off. I did end up spraying it with some water and letting it sit for a little while, and then it was easy to scrape it off with the paint scraper. So now I'm going into my little scrapbook and pulling out two pieces that I think are absolutely adorable. I pulled out the piece that's green with the Christmas trees on it, and then I thought it was a nice compliment to do the piece that had the Christmas lights on it. So I'm just going to put it onto the wood, or I guess it's an MDF sign. And I'm just going to go over it with my fingers, just kind of, pressing it down so that I get an indentation on the paper, and then I know where to cut. And anything I need to patch, I'm doing that now. That top piece came up just a little bit short, but I'm just lining everything up and going over the edges of my sign, just smoothing it down with my fingers again so that I get that indentation that I need so that I know where to make my cuts. This is really simple. It is so cute. I absolutely love the look of this. And I had a hard time choosing a favorite. I truly, really did. Is this one my favorite of the three? No, it is not my favorite of the three that I'm going to be bringing you today. If you'd like to know which one is my favorite, you're going to have to keep watching. As always, don't forget to comment down below to let me know which one is your favorite. So now that I've gotten my paper glued on with my Jot glue stick, I'm just going to sand down the sides with my little gator sander that I got from Walmart. That gives me a nice, tight, smooth, and clean edge. Now I'm going to take my Merry Christmas banner and I'm going to give it a coat of the apple barrel matte white. Going to set that aside and let it dry. And I'm going in with some of these furniture markers that I got from Dollar Tree. I'm using the color mahogany, and I'm just going to go over this candlestick. Clearly, I was going to do something else with that candlestick, but I just pulled it out of my stash. Whatever it was I was going to do didn't happen. So we're going to use it for this. We're going to use it for a stand for this Christmas tree decor. I love using the furniture markers because they dry super fast, so you don't have to wait. Now I'm going to take my two little wood cubes and I'm just going to add them to the back of my Christmas trees just to give this more stability. Adding some wood glue and some hot glue. We're going to attach those little cubes to make sure this stays in place. We don't want our Christmas trees falling off of our little finial. So I'm going to set that to the side, and now I'm going to go in with the bright red by Apple Barrel and go over these little ticking marks that are on the banner because I felt like it needed a little something more to make the words pop. And after I got it all painted, it was too crisp, too red. So you guys know, if you've been with me any amount of time, you know I love everything rustic and country. So I am going to end up sanding down that red just a little bit. So here you see me taking my little pieces of ribbon scrap, and I'm just tracing around the star and cutting it out, and I'm going to hot glue it to that wood star. I thought this was so cute. Instead of just painting it one solid color, it was just so pretty to add fabric. You could definitely add craft paper if you wanted to, but the fabric gives you not only color, but texture, and I love that. So now that I'm getting it all trimmed up, making it nice and neat, I have both of my stars done. I'm going to go ahead and attach my Merry Christmas banner after I sand it down. I told you guys I would. I like farmhouse. I love rustic. If that's not your thing, then don't do it. But I love it, so I'm doing it. I'm just going to add a little bit of wood glue to the back of this Merry Christmas banner and get it glued down to my trees. Just being really careful not to put it where the cutout word is, because then you'll just have a big mess of glue seeping through everything, and we don't want that. Now I'm going to hot glue my stars to the top of the trees. I'm also going to take my thin ribbon, and I don't know what the size is on this ribbon, maybe 3/8, but I'm not sure. And I'm just going to make shoestring bows for both of my trees. I'm going to leave the tails a little bit long so that they cascade down to the banner. And then I'll take some hot glue and I'm just going to pinch those tails up just a little bit to make them have a ripple effect. Once I get this done, this beauty is ready to be displayed. Quick and simple and absolutely gorgeous. I love it. You guys, thank you so much for joining me for this video today. As always, I'm blessed, I'm grateful, I'm happy to have you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to all my new subscribers. It's such a blessing for you to join me as well. Thank you for choosing D's Cute and Crafty. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Share me out to your friends and family. That helps my channel grow. YouTube sees that and they push me out a little bit more. And I'm always happy and grateful for that. Thank you so much. We are just about done with this one. And here is finished DIY number 1. It's just so cute. I like it. If you guys are doing last minute crafting, this one is really good for that because it just takes no time at all. Moving on to DIY number 2, I'm using my cardboard again and one of the Dollar Tree small vases or candle holders. I've got 2 of the wooden reindeer from Hobby Lobby. Again, using those furniture markers. I have some bottle brush trees and I also have some white felt. So I'm going to start off by getting my reindeer all filled in. One of them I'm going to fill in the body with this furniture marker, and the other one I'm just going to fill in the antlers, and that's going to give me 2 different looks for these reindeer. This one again is really simple. If you blink, you're gonna miss it. So all I did was take some scrap cardboard and I used the actual vase you see sitting there, or the little jar or candle holder, whatever you want to call it, to get my circles cut out. And now I'm just going to glue 3 of those circles together. I needed it to be a little bit thick. I'm going to place those circles onto the felt and I'm going to trace around the felt, but I'm going really wide so that I've got a bigger felt circle than the actual cardboard. We need it bigger so that we're able to wrap the cardboard up. So now I'm just going to cut some little hash marks because it's easier to fold that over and glue it down. It makes it less bulky. If you cut those little slits or hash marks into your fabric, anytime you're working with anything round, it works out so much better. You don't have that bulk. So we're just going to hot glue that down. And you can definitely take another piece of white felt and cover the center of your cardboard, but I left it the way it was because you're not going to see it. And now that that's done, I am taking my bottle brush trees off of their little plastic and wooden stands, and I'm measuring the height of them. An easier way to do this, which I should have just did it, was measure it against the actual jar. Stand it against the jar and see how tall it is. And if it's taller than the jar, you want to cut it down on the bottom so that the jar fits over the trees. But I just cut a little bit, put the jar on, cut a little bit, put the jar on, and I just kept doing it back and forth that way. So I just took a sharp tool and made little holes through the felt and down into the cardboard so that the metal part at the bottom of the tree would have something to stick into. I am going to hot glue it, but I do want it to be able to stick down into the felt and the cardboard as well. And I'm adding my reindeer just to give me an idea before I glue anything down of how I want everything to look. And again, putting the jar back on top just to see if it sits nicely. We're just making a little snow globe candle holder. And it's a faux kind of snow globe because there's no liquid or water or soap or like anything like that in it. But it is so pretty. I think I'm attracted to it as much as I am. And yes, this is my favorite because of the simplicity. It was so quick and simple to do. And I know that there is a candle that's going around on social media where you glue the trees and the little Christmas ornaments to the outside of the jar. But I just love this because it gives me that snow globe effect. And again, it was so easy to do. I love it. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm getting everything glued into place. And what I didn't show you, but you'll see in the reveal, is I sprinkled a little bit of faux snow on top of everything. Now look at that. You just set your candle on top. And this is just beautiful to me. You get your little woodland scenery inside your jar and your candle sits on top. I just took the lid off of the Bath and Body candle and set it on top of the jar and set the candle on top of the lid. Absolutely gorgeous. You could do any kind of scenery inside and use any size jar that you would like to use. Moving on to DIY number 3 and the last one of this video, I've got jute from Walmart. I've got a ribbon roll. I've got one of the wood slices. Ribbon of choice, we're going to be using the Santa belt. I have apple barrel pure gold paint and another wooden star. I've got some of the pine greenery ties or garland ties and a piece of cardboard that is worse for wear, but when I get done with it, it's going to be gorgeous. So we're just going to make, again, a Christmas tree. I'm going to take my cardboard and use my ruler to give myself a nice, long, tall triangle, which I did, and I'm just going over it so that you guys can see it. And then I took the same piece of cardboard and I'm making 3 different size boxes, more like shelves actually, because it's going to have a bottom and a front and then both sides, but the back won't have a piece of cardboard on it. And here are my 3 cardboard pieces. All I did was cut them out, cut out some little arms and a back. It's almost like a sofa. And then hot glued that together. I will also be using some tumbling tower blocks and my apple barrel paint in, I think it's called Arbor, something Arbor. Anyway, I got it from Walmart. So I'm just going to paint my tree in that arbor colored paint and then go over it in the white apple barrel paint, give it a little bit of a snowy effect and also just a little bit more dimension. I like how it looks when you take some paint and dry brush on things. It just lifts it to me, it elevates it. So now I'm going to take my little sofa pieces, these are actually shelves, and I'm just going to wrap that Santa belt ribbon around each one of those and add a dab of hot glue. Try not to add too much because it will seep through the ribbon and you'll be able to see it, and it's really hard to clean up. Ask me how I know. Once you get some of that hot glue that seeps through your ribbon, it's not an easy fix. It kind of just smudges and it stays there and it looks dirty. So do not use a lot of hot glue for this. So now I'm going to take one of these Dollar Tree tumbling tower blocks, add it to the bottom of my tree because I need for my shelving to have somewhere to sit. You'll see that I'm going to end up taking that tumbling tower block off because it's actually going to be in the way. So I left that in so you guys can see the mistake that I made, and I'll tell you how I fixed it. I just took it off, but you'll see why I had to take it off. So now I'm going to take some of this greenery and I'm just going to go around the edges of each of my boxes. And you can do your ribbon and your greenery on your box before you hot glue it to your tree. I also painted the inside of the box just in case you could see down inside of it. But I filled my boxes with a lot of cute things so you don't really see inside of the box. Now that I have all three of my shelves on, I am going to take this ribbon spool and wrap it in the jute cord or jute twine. I'm going to wrap the whole thing. It's going to give it this rustic vibe that I love. And I took another piece of cardboard and just did a round circle to close off the top of this ribbon spool because that's where my shelf is going to sit, that bottom shelf. Just adding some hot glue to the bottom of the ribbon spool and hot gluing it to the wood slice. Doing a little bit of cleanup with that glue. And then next you'll see why I had to take that block off. I'm trying to put my tree on top of the stand and the block is sitting in the way. It will not let me put the tree on evenly. So I had to take the block off, as you can see, and now I can put my tree right in the center of that stand. So I didn't really need the block for the bottom shelf. Just going to add some hot glue and get that attached. And I did paint the back of my tree and also the back of my star. I went in with some of the folk art nutmeg and I just gave the jute twine a little coat of that just to make it look more tree-like, more like wood. I really thought it needed a little something. I painted my star in the pure gold and put it on the top of the tree. Now this is how I chose to style my tree. In each little tray I put, or on each little shelf, whatever you want to call it, I put something different. I use poinsettias at the bottom. I use frosted greenery in the middle and frosted berries at the top. This is not really a food safe item. It is paint and cardboard. But if you had peppermints that were inside of the paper, you could put the peppermints inside the cardboard box and they would be fine. That's also something else you could do. But I wouldn't put anything in there that was food that was unwrapped. Moving on to DIY number 3. Oh, that was DIY number 3. The video went so quick, you guys. Oh, my goodness. So this is the final reveal of everything that I've made for you today. Please let me know what you think of it. I love hearing from you in the comments. I absolutely love how each piece turned out. And again, my favorite is the candle holder. So simple, but yet so pretty. And I just love it. You guys, if you made it to this far in the video, give me a Christmas tree. That lets me know you hung out with me today. And again, don't forget to give this video a big fat thumbs up if you enjoyed the content, and I truly hope you did. You guys, have you got your trees up yet? I've got one more to put up and then I'm done. I hope you guys have a beautiful, blessed holiday season with friends and family. Until I see you in my next video, be blessed, stay safe, and craft something beautiful today, you guys. Bye.